That's what I wanted to do. Sweet. You know, when I was in college, people loved to be like, sweet. And I knew someone who had a peculiar or unusual name who decided to start saying Dolce. But that's not really the topic. The topic is sweat, which makes me think of the time I had Pocari Sweat. Have you heard of this drink? It's a Japanese drink. I thought it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen. First of all, the can was amazing because it was metric. You know that system that people who aren't in America use? Like the thing that virtually everyone but Americans and I think Peruvians don't use it. Peruvians do the date the way we do. Whereas everywhere else it's day of the month, number of day of the month, name of month, year. And in the US we're like, I can't understand what you mean by 26 Mar 1991. What does that mean? Mar. Is that like an ocean or something? I don't understand. There are 26 of them? Or 1991? Tell me. It's the way people do dates in the rest of the world. The same way they do centigrade. Which is what it should be called. If it's a metric system, it should be called centigrade because it's based on 100. It shouldn't be called Celsius for the person who named it. That blows the whole argument for the metric system out of the water. Where was I? I'm breaking into a Pocari Sweat over this. The can was amazing because it's this little narrow thing and tall, which made it fun to drink. Coca-Cola was packaged this way. Other soft drinks were packaged this way. There were whiskey vending machines where you could get Suntory Pop or Suntory Whiskey or Pocari Sweat. So I thought this was the funniest thing I'd ever seen in my life because I thought it had to be some kind of mistake. Because there are odd things, sort of like the way in the US we had names that sounded fancy in French or fancy in Italian or glamorous in Portuguese or, you know. So there are things like that in Japanese culture where it's, hey, we just threw some English on it. Because Pocari Sweat is an electrolyte or athletic or, you know, sports beverage of some kind that brings the salts and brings your electrolytes back into balance. It still isn't really quite English, sort of like there used to be a place called Lunch Boy, fast food place. They changed it to Teriyaki Boy. I was discussing this with my brother, who said, well, how is that better? And I said, well, because it's teriyaki. And he said, yes, why is it boy? Teriyaki Boy. And I said, because that's the logo. It's the Teriyaki Boy. And he said, yes, those are two words put together with an image. It doesn't make any sense. Like Walkman. I said, Walkman makes total sense because you put it on and you exercise with it. Yes, but why do those two words go together? That's actually not English. So Pocari Sweat, also not English. But if you ever get a chance to try one, it's really good and it doesn't have that horrible aspartame taste at the end. It's delicious.